Hello everybody, this is a Lamley showcase. Haven't been in the studio in a while, but I got good reason to be. I've got a ton of cool cars. This is gonna be a doozy. Sit back, grab a beverage, speed this up, I don't care. I just hope you watch this whole video. I highly recommend it because you're gonna see some amazing cars. Ferrari has been the talk ever since, a couple weeks ago when Hot Wheels announced that they have the license again. And a lot of exciting things coming. We're going to be seeing all these Ferraris roll out. But while we're looking to the future, it definitely is worth looking back. I did a video looking back at some of the Hot Wheels Ferraris. I've done some stuff about Matchbox Ferraris from way back when in the 80s and 90s. But that era, the last 10 years or so that Hot Wheels has not had the license, it's been kind of an interesting time, and we can talk about a lot of things, but I want to talk about Tomica Limited Vintage. You saw the title of the video. This was the best thing about the Ferrari license leaving Mattel and finding its way elsewhere. As you know, the license, what was the licensor? Is in China, got the Ferrari license. Ferrari wanted exclusivity. They had it with Mattel. They moved away from it. But I think there was some sub-licensing that we saw some other brands, including Tomica, being able to do. And so we saw Ferrari coming from the Tomica line, their basic line. We saw it coming from their premium line. And we saw it coming from Tomica Limited Vintage. And what they created with the cars that I'm going to show you, I've got the entire collection minus one. Couldn't find it, but you'll see that it's not anything significant that's missing. They perform miracles in 164. These cars are incredibly detailed. I think they're the best Ferraris in 164 by far, and we are going to walk through them one by one, each model. Now, I'm not going to unbox every one of them. I'm going to spare you that kind of detail, but we will walk through all of these, and you will enjoy looking at each one of them. So let's get right to it. One thing about this, I don't think this is a full-on review of these cars, meaning I think we will see more of these. I have not seen any scheduled by Tomica Limited Vintage in the future, but from what I understand, and don't quote me, this new Hot Wheels Ferrari license is not exclusive. So I think some of those that have the Ferrari license now and work with it, unless there's some details I don't know about, you might see more Ferraris coming. So the hope is that we will continue to see the Ferraris from Tomica Limited Vintage and others, for me, especially from Tomica Limited Vintage, and while Hot Wheels expands their line of Ferrari. So it could be, we could be moving into a absolutely stellar age for 164 if we're getting Ferrari from all angles. All right, let's get right to it. I started with the Testarossa. I thought we'd go super classic, like total throwback from when I was a kid. The Testarossa is a legendary car. I will unbox. I want to show you. There were most of these, there's 3 of each casting. So this is the Testarossa. You can see the packaging is very different than standard Tomica Limited Vintage. Let me see if I have. Yeah, I've got, let's see here. Well, most of the packaging looks like that, right? And then in these smaller boxes, this is very different. The Ferraris that they've done, and they applied this to Lamborghini as well, very high quality packaging. I don't have to detail all of these, but you know, you got this kind of matte finish on the cars, or on the cardboard. There's all the details. I won't show all of these to you, but and then you can see in the packaging you've got the color of the car. Obviously the art showcases that as well, a little silhouette thing here too. And then you get to do a lot of shaking to try and do this. So there's details here. I always have this little insert, some sort of like proof of purchase kind of deal. And then the car is packaged here. So let's go ahead. We're going to fill up this parking lot, and we're going to start with the Testarossa. I'm going to be exhausted after this video, but it'll be well worth it. So here it is. The first thing I'll show you, and we're going to get into this, you got shocks. These roll stunningly well. Very smooth. And they are incredibly detailed. So the first thing, and all of the Ferraris, the Tomica Limited Vintage doesn't do all of this, but they all have opening parts to show off the engine. So whether it's the mid-engine, I think some of these have it in the front, culminates with the F40. We'll get to that. If you haven't seen the F40, you're going to be blown away. Let's get this. I'll show you. I'll try and get you and look at the interior when I can too. And it's even super detailed as well. Wheels, everything built from scratch. The idea is that Toymaker Limited Vintage likes to get these cars in-house so they can not only study like plans, blueprints, pictures, but the actual car, so they can be as precise as they can in terms of the details, how the car, the stance of the car, obviously the wheels are built from scratch, where the exhaust sits, all that kind of stuff. They want it to be as realistic as possible, as much as they can in 1/64. So I'm going to go ahead and move these, and then we're going to just start filling the parking lot here. I guess we'll just start over here. I know that's way, way far away, but you saw it close up. So, like I said, 3 colors. You got red. I think the second color was yellow. I'm not going to have these in order. And they're released over time. Like, it was usually one at a time. So red was released a few months later, maybe yellow. A few months after that, the next color. So this one is yellow. Like I said, I'm not going to show you everything, but I will show you the car and get it some time on the turntable. So this one has a different interior. Black interior on the red. This one gets a tan interior with the black steering wheel. That just feels so appropriate for this era of car. Testarossa was just the car to have. Engine looks the same, so you already saw it on the red one, so I'll spare you that. You know, the way it sits, if you ever saw a Testarossa on the road, I don't know if you have, depending on how old you are, the car looked like it, like from the back, it looked like it would spread from one sidewalk to the other. It was such a wide car, but it was just so cool and gaudy, and just, I still just love the Testarossa, the black, the way it set, the reason it looks so wide is because it was wide, and then the way they did those tail lights, that big black stripe in the back. Last color from this one is black, and you can see they just go with that gray outline on this one. I will show you that, and then look, you know, you just get different details. So this is a little dusty, sorry. There you go. Red interior, but you get like the black middle console. Notice the detailing in the console. I wish I could show you. I don't know if I can. I might have had this in a display a while ago, and so it got a little dusty, so I apologize for that. And black, well, that's one of the problems with black, because it shows the dust pretty well. But yeah, red seats on this one, but black interior, so you get that touch. Wheels are the same, all that kind of star Ferrari look, which is fantastic. So you get signature red. I think yellow would be the next most popular Ferrari color, and then you get just that menacing black. So we will keep those right there. Let's move on. All right, you will see that these tend to follow similar themes. So we get the next set of 3. I went with the 512 TR because that is the successor to the Testarossa, right? So we'll put these off to the side. Same colors. We'll do a little compare and contrast, but you see what, you know, kind of moving from the mid 80s to the late 80s, early 90s with the changes of this one. I guess I could show you. There's the art. I mean, it's hard to really differentiate the art on these, and this is the same. If you want to try and freeze that and read that, you're more than welcome to. But here is the car. Testarossa vibes. Hot Wheels did the 512, right? I don't know if they ever did the Testarossa, the actual Testarossa, but obviously it's got the same kind of vibe. Obviously you can see this has a little bit of a sleeker line. Let me pull out the, I won't always do this, but you can kind of get the comparison. You really have the Testarossa, like the, you get a little bit more of a more modern kind of into the 90s look with the wheels. From the 80s to the 90s, you can see that, like in a lower profile tire. They still kind of sit, I mean, you start seeing the subtle differences here. Just the 512 looks a little, softer is the wrong word, it's a little less harsh than the Testarossa. But here it is. I'll show you the engine, then we'll put it on the turntable. This one has black interior just like the Testarossa does. Show you the engine here. Highly, highly detailed. Go ahead and put it on the turntable. I don't know when the 512 TR started and the Testarossa ended, but you get a cool sense of, you know, the evolution of that. The front grille is very different Still has that wide black panel in the back. We'll go ahead and park that one way, way far away. And let's go with the next color. Surprise, surprise. It's yellow. So all the details are the same. This one continues black interior. My thought is if this interior is black, it means there wasn't a tan option on this. I could be wrong. Because Tomic Limited Vintage, if there was, if they want to change things up, they will. And they'll go to the smallest detail. If it means like a two-tone tail light or side marker was on this one, but not on this one. Like if the yellow one had a different kind of side marker, they would change it for these models. So this yellow one is as you would see it on the road. Scale, always exact. I know I've covered the trucks and I'll continue to cover the trucks. Yellow was that one, and then the last one, of course, we have black. So look at this little sequel. Black looks fantastic as well with the black interior. No red seats on this one. So interesting, I just feel like this one got dusty too. I think I really did. I think I had these displayed for a while. Can't hide it from a black car. If there's dust, you'll see it. But side mirrors, I haven't even talked about those. They look good. Tomic Limited Vintage has some with side mirrors, others you have to add. That's just how it goes. But look at that. Look at that trio. Well, it's very, very far away, but it's there. And it looks good. You'll see it. We'll do some close-ups towards the end. All right, next trio. All right, this is one that is very, very high on my favorites list because of how unique it is. I love unique Ferraris. I know there's a love-hate relationship among the strong Ferrari aficionados about like the FFs and that kind of thing, but I do love Ferraris that are very different than what we think of with Ferraris, and the 412 is definitely that. Two-door coupe, but it looks more like a road touring car. And well, let's just go ahead and get this one open. This one you actually do have to add mirrors if you want to. They're in there. I never do it. I know some people have some opinions about that. I get it. But this is, I kind of trust what Tomic Limited Vintage does. And if they feel like the mirrors were something that they want you to add, if you want them, they've got good reason to do it. But I know that that's something that some people complain about, but I just figure it is what it is. All right. So if I just showed this to you as is, I don't know if you would think of it as a Ferrari. Maybe if I showed you the wheels or the front grille. Notice the red interior on this one. Beautiful blue color. I don't know if this was the first one released or not. There's the engine. Opens from the front. This is one of those like just very interesting. It's got cool wheels on this. If I knew I could get one of these and it wouldn't break down the second I drove it out of the driveway, this would be the Ferrari I'd want to show up in at some sort of car show. I mean, it'd be cool to have an F40, of course, or a GTO. I love the GTO. More on that in a minute. But wouldn't you just love to show up to one of these in a 412 and have some people go, what the hell? Other people going, dang, that's awesome. Anyway, I just think that car is so cool. That is the blue one. I'll put that one right here. Two other colors, black. It's really sharp. I don't know if the engine changes at all. I don't think it does. But you get what kind of a cream colored interior that really stands out on this one. Detailing on the interior is nice. You get the black steering wheel and you get the white seats or cream colored seats. It really starts to look realistic the more you look at it. I mean, they're just phenomenal. Would you go with the blue one or the black one that you'd show up? Or would you go with white or cream color? Now I will show you, and this is something, notice that this one was just recently released. Last year, Tomic Limited Vintage changed their logo. They didn't change the packaging. They did change the design on their normal cars, but they didn't change the design here, but they did change their logo. So that's something to see. And there's not too many. I'm looking 1, 2, 3. This is the only one of 4 since there were only 4 released last year. But here it is kind of a cream color, which is beautiful. You get a tan interior, black dash and steering wheel, and this cream color. I think the cream color would be the one I'd want to show up in. But I'm not going to complain. I just want to show up in one. Anybody have an F12 I can borrow? I don't know where I'm going to show up, but I'm going to show up there. Taillights look amazing too. You can see all the separate pieces, and the exhausts are done very beautifully as well. Just an absolute stunner of a model. I just love the 412. Let's get those into the parking lot. And let's move on. All right, now there's some Ferraris that they start to blur in their looks. Like I couldn't tell you what era they're exactly from. You Ferrari experts might be able to tell me. And this is one, the 365 GT4 BB Berlinetta Boxer. I don't think are they all Berlinetta Boxers? Yeah, they are, okay. So this is the logo. It gets a little scratchy there. 365 GT4 BB, right? Berlinetta Boxer, BB is what it stands for. Let's get through, I'll show you the red one. I have the two other colors. I'll try and show this standard. You can add the mirrors to this one, of course. Here it is. So is this 70s? Maybe. But really cool opening part in this one. I'll show you the interior. You get the red flooring, black interior, and then, oops, let's see if I can get this right. There you go. Mid-engine, of course, with a full opening panel. So correct. You can even tread. You can see the tread on the tires, everything. It's just stunner. Get on the turntable. Flat nose. As Ferraris go, was this late 70s? That's the vibe I get. But for the 365, and it really looks close. I mean, I guess we'll pull them out to like the BB 512. Probably of the same era. But this one has the red and black panel. So we'll put that one right here, and let's get out to the other colors. Yellow, red, yellow. That seems to be 412 is different, but we'll get it. We'll get a curveball here in a second. So yellow with the black. I think they all have this black lower panel that might have been a signature part of it. You get the same black interior with the red flooring. So everything is the same on this one, with the exception of the color, of course. But it's really nice. Star wheels again. Everything's got those star Ferrari wheels. Those are signature, but done for this car and this car only. And then the last color, you got the red, the yellow, and then the blue. And if you look at these like metal flake, this is a car. I mean, the paint even is just in line with the real car. This one gets the tan interior, black panel, but a tan interior or tan seats. And if you look really closely, see if I can get it, you'll notice the steering wheel is detailed in a way, unlike the others, that there's like the middle portion is silver. Just amazing, amazing details for these. All right, we gotta add. You know what? I'm gonna let's put them red. How would this be a tube for a show to attend? Yellow, blue. All right, let's move forward. All right, this is the one I'm missing. I have two colors of this one. There is a yellow one, and it's somewhere. I just don't know where, so just assume there's yellow. I don't think you'll miss it too much, but let's get to this one. This is the Dino, what is that, 24 GT Type M. It's funny because you can't, 246 GT. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, 246 GT. That logo is somewhat hard to read, but it's appropriate, it's proper. So let's open this one up. Side mirrors you can add. Box will tell you that. And here it is. Dino's a classic. You know, if Tomic Limited Vintage has rights to these Ferraris still, there are like the old classic GTOs. There's the engine. The Dino, you know, kind of another love-hate Ferrari. And that's what I love about Tomic Limited Vintage. They've done some iconic Ferraris in this as they've gone through this, but they also will do, I mean, anything. And that goes with any car. I mean, they'll do really cool cars, cool skylines. They'll also do really nerdy skylines and little four-door sedans and stuff. And the Dino is definitely an interesting, unique car, probably doesn't sit, but it's like I would love to see them, tackle like the classic GTOs. It's just like, $20 million, $30 million cars that sell on auction. So there's the Dino in red. The only other one I have, like I said, there is a yellow one. I don't have it. It's somewhere, but I'm not going to look for it. The other one is this cream colored. Models with black interior on this one. Now it's interesting, these are both, so one is a Type M and one is a Type E. Okay, so there is some differences here. Type M, Type E, because while the silhouette is exactly the same if you look at them, I didn't even notice that. This one has light covers and the white one does not on the headlights. So that's interesting. But the idea is to be precise. We have 3 more Dinos. We'll get to them, and you'll see some similarities and some changes. Obviously, we'll get to it. Let's do it right now. All right, continue with the Dino, but this time it's the 246 GTE. There you can see the logo. No, GTS. So funny. GTS. I wonder if people ever just note all my mistakes. Interesting that maybe this is just that but the badging is different too, and that just could be when they were released, or there could be some real reasons for them to do it. Let's just open this one up. GTS, I think they all are GTSs. Yes, so we'll open up this red one. All of these, by the way, I should mention, came from Japan Booster. They sent them to me, and I have a link down below. Some of these sell out quickly, but they tend to restock, and so I would keep looking if you're interested in some of these. All right, here's the red Dino. Love the wheels. This one gets the tan seats plus the black interior. The panel is nicely detailed. Let me get that in focus. There you go. Got to show the engine too. Is it similar to the hardtop? Looks like it. Yep. Let's put this one on the turntable. So the only difference is obviously this is an open top. Targa, right? Is that what you'd call it? So beautiful red Ferrari. This one doesn't get light covers. I don't know if any of them do. It doesn't look like they do. So that's consistent with the GTS. So there's the red one. We also have yellow. Bring that one in. Put that one on the turntable. This one has a full black interior. Don't see any differences. Wheels the same. Interior the same outside of the color. Engine is the same. Exhausts always cool. The tail lights are always something to look at too. They're always just so well done. I should probably focus on that a little more. But that's absolutely beautiful. So you have the red, yellow, and then this last one, black. This one gets the black interior with the tan, just like the red. Engine's the same. Dust shows up, but let's get it on the turntable. That looks beautiful as well. We got a new row of parking we got to do, so we'll go ahead after we've seen this one on the turntable for a little bit longer and add. I mean, look at these cars. They're just amazing. Sorry. Just get kind of caught up in it. Red, yellow, black. I mean, you could photograph these, and I have, in proper lighting, and people will assume you're photographing a real Ferrari, and that's something special. All right. Let's move to the 365 GTS 4. All right, this one gets pretty fun. You'll notice this, you'll recognize this silhouette. This is the 365 GTS 4. I think we go back to the 60s for this one, right? 3 colors on this one. I always try and open the red. There's all those details. Ooh, that's a glare, sorry. But yeah, you know this silhouette. This is, if you're a Ferrari collector, a Hot Wheels Ferrari collector, you know this car. Hot Wheels did a really good job on this one too. Let me just show it to you real quick. You get, obviously, because it's an older car, you get the proper profile on the tires, you get the proper wheels, has that vintage vibe to it. You know, we're walking into Miami Vice territory here in just a second, but look at the seats. Detailing on the seats is phenomenal because it's a convertible too. They give you a lot of good details in the with the steering wheel and everything else. Just again, a stunner. We'll get to the hardtop too. And then, yeah, the engine opens. Where is it? Here we go. There you go. All right, let's put it on the turntable. It's a beauty. That, to me, screams red Ferrari. Just, I grew up in the era that 308 and stuff. Those are red Ferraris, but the 365 really screams that too. So there is the red one. Put that there. We also have the yellow one. So check out the interior there. Now you get the black seats with the red trim. Same wheels, same details, same silhouette, same beautiful car. And then I said we got Miami Vice vibes. The original, right? So they moved from they had a Spider, right? A 365, if I remember correctly, and then they moved to the Testarossa, but wasn't it black? So this was, I know that the Miami Vice wasn't really a Ferrari, it was just a rebuilt car, but still, it was supposed to be a Ferrari, right? Representing a Ferrari. Headlights on this are just really well done. That's a detail to really focus on with these. Wheels are different too, and I wonder if this is the first one that they've done different wheels, and I wonder if this was because of Miami Vice. They went with the spoked rims on this one just to give it the proper Miami Vice, because I feel like it did have spoked rims, if I remember correctly. So, might be just a subtle shout to Miami Vice. All right, let's get those into our parking lot. Oh, I'm not driving these. There we go. Red. Yellow. Black. All right, let's get to the next one. All right, we did the convertible. Now we'll do the hardtop of the 365 GTB4. That is the hardtop. So let's get to that one. There's your silhouette right there with the opening hood. You can add mirrors. There's that. There's the car. I don't know, do you like the convertible more or do you like the hardtop? I mean, the hardtop just has such a beautiful silhouette to it as well. I think I like the hardtop better. But you get the same seats. Oh, look at the steering wheel on that one. Tan, that would be a leather steering wheel, right? With the details in the seats. That is really cool. Open up the engine. Same, right? All right, let's put it on the turntable. Everything is the same except for, obviously, this one is a hardtop, and I do like the hardtop better. I have to say, I just think it's just a proper silhouette. Everyone we've done starts with a red Ferrari, right? Except for the 412, and that may stay consistent. Only the 412 doesn't have a red version. So there is the red Ferrari. We'll move that off to the side. Put that in the parking lot. Then we have yellow, following the same pattern. It was red, yellow, black. We'll get a little curveball here. Okay, now we get like the lace wheels again. So that's cool. So we got the star rims on the red one, just like the convertible. Yellow got the star rims on the convertible. It gets these lace rims, which are similar to the, well, let's look. Are they similar to the black one? Yeah, they're pretty much the same, I think. Yeah, they are. So there's that one in yellow. And then the curveball, instead of black, blue star rims, blue interior, black steering wheel, tan seats. So red gets red trim seats and tan steering wheel. Yellow gets all black. And blue gets blue seats, black trim. And a silver middle steering wheel. Does the yellow have a... Yellow has silver in the middle too. So each one has just a little subtle difference, right? Okay. Because we need this space for... Well, no, we can add these. One. Why am I not driving? There we go. 2. 3. we'll start over here now on the next one. So let's get to that. All right, we're moving on to highly recognizable now. We're moving to the 328 GTB. This is the hardtop. We also have a target top. We'll get to that one next. Let's go ahead and open it up. There it is, 328 GTB with the proper logo. There's the best way to see it. I'm not sure what that writing down below is, what it might mention, but could be something about like the era it's from, like, I don't know, because I remember reading that from Japan Booster. Let's get that open. You recognize this one, don't you? Magnum vibes, but we'll wait for the target top. Show you the engine, show you how it opens. There it is. It says Ferrari there on the side. Let me show you the interior. It's hard to see. It's all black. I don't know if... Oh, yeah, we got a tan interior. We'll take a look at that one. But let's get this one on the turntable. So there you go. You get the star rims again, but in a different kind of vibe, right? More appropriate to this era. I don't know what year this one was. I guess I could look. I don't know. Again, it's hard to read through some of the writing. But this one has that shark nose. And it's just like, it's a better take on some of the, like the GT4 BB. And we'll get to the BB512s here in a second. But this one is awesome, and just another just signature Ferrari. So let's move that off to the side. Let's get to yellow. Engine pretty much the same, right? Same wheels, black interior as well. So very few differences outside of the color, but taillights look amazing, details look amazing, car looks amazing, front grille looks amazing. That nose, that nose is most exaggerated, or it really shows most in the GTO, so we'll get to that later. And then here's black. So now you get a sense of the interior because you get that tan interior. Steering wheel gets, I don't know if it gets a logo on there or not, but that looks good too. All right, turntable. Beautiful, beautiful car. I don't know which one I like best on those, but we'll start over in this new row way in the distance. So we'll drive this one, back it in, yellow, back it in, black, back it in. All right. Let's get to those target tops. So that was the GTB. This is the 328 GTS. So it just means it's got an open top. So we'll go ahead and open this one up. We got red and a couple other colors. Third color in this one is, well, you'll see why I like it. You can pretty much probably figure that out. Here it is, open top with the tan interior, black interior on the hard top, so you get the tan interior here. There's your Magnum vibe. Is that just Magnum or is that just Magnum? Magnum PI. Let me open the engine. I think it's similar to the GTS it is. I'm sorry, the GTB. I mean, grow a mustache, wear some short shorts and a Hawaiian shirt, live in Hawaii, solve some crimes. You're vibing. You are vibing. That is such a cool car. They're just, you know, I hope I convey the joy of collecting, because I really do. And like these Ferraris, it's been a long time, if ever. I don't know if I've ever had them all out like this. And so just doing this in the video is so fun. All right. That's why it's fun to film videos, because you get to do some of this stuff. Here's the next one, yellow. Black interior just doesn't vibe as much as the red. It's nice. Yellow Ferraris are nice. But the red with the tan interior, that just goes. But this one is nice too. I mean, I don't want to make it feel bad. Yeah, in this case, the open top just wins. It just wins. It just vibes differently. As much as like the red and the white. Look at this one, or the yellow. Look at the third color. Does that scream 80s as well? Isn't that just the best? Tan interior with that too, and the black dash. I just love it. All those details on the taillights, everything. I'm just getting more and more into this as I film these videos. All right, let's drive these. Get these backed in. Red. Yellow. All the wheels the same, right? Yeah. Yellow, and then this beautiful white. I know that they're not totally in that angle, but there they are over there. We'll get some close-ups. All right, moving on. All right, going back to kind of the boring Ferraris. We had the what was it, the 365 GT4, which I was kind of like, okay, they're okay. As you know, compared to the other Ferraris, and that's the same goes with the BB512. Nice, it's still kind of that 70s silhouette. That I don't know. There's just something that I'm not totally into. But let's go ahead and open up the red one. I mean, they're fine. I shouldn't say that. It's just, you know, there's better Ferraris. And you'll see it has, I mean, it really does. Let me just get this kind of, here it is. And before, let's pull out the 365. So you get the 512 and 365, and they look almost identical. I mean, what's different? Huh. I wonder if it even the chassis says something. Yeah, see? Even the chassis. I mean, these are I mean, obviously the interior is different, but that might just be a way to differentiate the car. And there's got to be some other differences. Well, okay, let's check the engine. So there's the 365. And there's the 512, yeah. There's your difference, right? I think everything else is the same, right? Anyway, let's put this one on the turntable. So you're looking, I mean, it really is like you're looking at the exact same thing. So we'll let that, we'll like get its roundabout, get its fair due. But again, Tomic Limited Vintage, this is what they do. And it's pretty phenomenal. You can decide, I don't want the 512 because I have 365 or vice versa. I guess that you have that option. Let's get the red one out of the way. We'll park this one here. Silver. I don't think we've seen silver much, have we? This might be the first silver Ferrari we've got. Open that up. Same engine. Black interior. Two-tone. Man, they are so similar. It's so funny. But they are different cars. And last color is yellow. And we're not done with the 512. We got the BB512i after this. So we'll have to do some comparing and some contrasting on those as well. So let's move these over. Let's get red. Backing up there. Silver. And yellow. We're starting to run out of space, and we still got some really, really cool cars to do. Let's get to the 512i. All right, very similar, but we'll get right to it. This is the BB 512i. Let's open this one up. Let's get to the F40. I agree. So this one does not have two-tone. That's an obvious difference. Let's pull out the red one. These are the two 512s. The obvious, you're starting to get like more 80s vibes on this one, aren't you? Wheels slightly different, maybe a little deeper. I think they are. Yeah, a little bit of a deeper barrel there, I guess. Check the engines. I'll get this one. Oh yeah. There's the BB. Here's the I. Okay, yeah, we got some differences here. I like this one better without the two-tone, just in terms of its looks. Tan interior, black steering wheel. It looks good. It looks good as it rolls around the turntable. Let's have a look at, ooh, get that cream color white back, just like the 328. Tan interior as well, so you get that combination. So you're kind of seeing that bridge, right? From like the 512 to the 325 or 328, which is kind of, I mean, they start looking similar. There's that one. So we have red and kind of a cream or white and then yellow. Boy, it looks better without the two-tone, doesn't it? I think. Maybe you don't agree. But those are pretty too. All right, so now we still need our little presentation spots. So these are gonna have to wait in the wings, I think. Yellow. I know they're off the shot, but we'll get them in the slot. Red over here, they'll have to wait. We got some work to do. All right, let's move on. Oh, let's do the F355. All right, we're getting in some really good stuff. I think you will like these. This is the F355 Spider. So I think we're moving into the 90s with these, if I'm correct, right? Maybe early 2000s, I think more 90s. Again, just maybe not the cars you think of with Ferraris. You know, not the F40s, not the F50s, not the FXX, with all that stuff. But classic road Ferraris. And take a look at this. Convertible, we'll obviously get to the hardtop next, but yeah, you're getting good vibes here too, huh? I am, at least. There's the inside. There's the engine. You can just hear this one. Look at the details there on the back too. Let's get it on the turntable. Tan interior, black steering wheel. Looks like there might even be an emblem on the steering wheel. Hard to tell. Star wheels are back, but more in that more 90s style. Trying to see if there's any brake calipers in there too. I think there are. Yep. See that? Have to really look close. Just so detailed. I mean, we're way up close. So that is the red one. Two other colors on this one. I like the colors here too. You got your red. Got your yellow with black interior. Emblem really pops on the steering wheel on that one. Mirrors on this one too, which are nice. Maybe the more modern mirrors where they don't have to, where they can be the same color or something. I don't know. Somehow the more modern mirrors seem to work, I guess, a little bit better. The yellow's nice, and then we get another with tan interior, this beautiful blue. Just a really, really nice color. That metal flake too. Just looks like they sprayed it with car paint, right? Actual car paint. That's a really nice one too. So there's that trio. All right, do we have to put them in the wings? Yeah, I guess we will. So we'll just let, we'll back these up. Would you ever try and drive in reverse through all of these Ferraris? That fast, that far? I wouldn't. Let's get to the Berlinetta. All right, get into the Berlinetta. That means it's the hard top, and this has one of the best colors of any of the Ferrari releases. But let's get to the red one, of course, first. Ooh, this one doesn't have little finger slots to pull it out. That's kind of interesting. But check this out. This one is pretty sweet. Here, I'm just going to put this back now before I struggle. Here it is. So now we get, obviously, not a convertible. I just like these better. I just think they're better proportioned. Obviously, the wheels are mismatched, meaning, well, large in the back, smaller in the front, which looks phenomenal. Let me get you the engine. Get some great details. I can't remember if that's the same as a convertible, but let's just get this thing on the turntable. We've been here a long time. Front grille looks beautiful. I just love this. I just do. Oh, the red is so cool, but yeah, wait till we get to the last color. But gotta have a red Ferrari. I think, again, all of them red except the 412. I think that's probably on purpose. All right, then we have yellow. Mirrors look good on this one too. Black interior. All these have, nope. The last one doesn't have a black interior. Full black interior, yellow looks really, really nice. And check out this color. What would you call this color? Ice blue? I have no idea, but man, I would drive that. Star wheels, everything. Incredible details. All right, so there's those. Get these all out of the way. Put them in the wings. We'll just, I guess we'll just back these up. I just love that color. All right. Let's get to my two favorites. I say my two favorites. I think they're the two most iconic, at least in my view. When you look at the family of Ferraris that the Tomica Limited Vintage has done. I have such a soft spot, well, maybe you'd say the Testarossa, but I have such a soft spot for the 412. But when it really comes down to the signature Ferraris from this set and this collection, it's the GTO and it's the F40. So we'll start with the GTO, get that thing open. A red GTO is such a signature. And this is the 80s era GTO with just such a beautiful line here. Hot Wheels did this one. I've always been just a huge fan of this car. It's that angle right there. That is as sexy as it comes. What a beautiful, beautiful car. Let me show you the back. This one opens, if I can get it to open the right way. Sorry, that was off camera, but see how it opens? Look at the details there. Stunner. All black interior. Get it on the turntable. I love everything about this car. I love its silhouette. I love how it flares up in the back. Love the wheels. Just love the nose. I just love these angles in this car. It's so pretty. The F40 is iconic. The GTO is iconic, mean, and beautiful. It's just so pretty. I love having them. So we have two other colors on these two. You wonder, I hope but most of these have gone, 3 colors. And you wonder, you hope that more models are introduced. You just don't know. I don't know what the future is of these Ferraris, but you get these little trios. So it feels very much like a complete collection, but I hope it continues. Here's yellow, black interior, wheels perfect. You get that black trim around the side, which looks so good. I love this one. I just love it. And then menacing black with black interior. When you come back off the turntable too, you get to see just how the engine just looks against that black body. It's just amazing. What a cool trio of cars. So move those off to the side. All right, let's park these. Oh, we gotta drive them. Well, drive red. Right through here. We just have the F40 to do, so we will actually here. There we go. Yellow and black. We'll fill in the rest, but let's get to that F40. Okay, we know it. The F40 is an icon, and I think it was an icon when it first was released. It's been an icon ever since, more so than the F50. I think of even the Enzo. I think the LaFerrari. I think the F40 remains, like, at least for this generation, from like my generation on, the most iconic Ferrari. And you can add like what Liberty Walk did with one. You can add a lot of other details as why the F40 is such an iconic car. Just as part of the collection, the F40 is iconic. And if you haven't seen this or you don't have one, this is an expensive model. If you want to go look for it, you can. It will cost you a little bit, but it is worth every penny. I was talking to someone and they were saying this is the signature F40 in diecast. And whatever Hot Wheels does, whatever other brands do, I know Tarmac's done some racing Ferraris and things like that, but the Tomica Limited Vintage is the iconic, it is the Ferrari to have when it comes to the F40. So enough talk. Let's have ourselves a look. This one I think was the first Ferrari that Tomic Limited Vintage did as well. So, and not only does it look beautiful, but check out some of these details. I'm just going to put this back. We don't want anything in the way. All right, there it is. It's an F40. It's beautiful. The wheels are perfectly detailed. The silhouette is perfect. The stance is perfect. You'll see that when we get to the turntable. But you got to see the engine, right? It is a mid-engine, and just through the window, you can already see there's a ton of detail there. But of course, it opens. And check that out. I mean, come on. But we're not done, because the front opens as well to show that spacious trunk. Look at the detailing in the hood. Oop. I'm going so close it makes it look like my hand is shaking, but I mean, just maybe it is because I'm just so mesmerized by this. Red interior, bucket seats, racing interior, like just look at the interior on it. It's just amazing. We'll get to that with the other ones. But stance, the width of the wheels, all the details inside and out, the way it opens, the way it sits flush when you close it. This thing is an incredible model. We'll go ahead and put the yellow one. Here's the red one. We'll go ahead and put the yellow one on the turntable open, but let's just have a look at it just so you can see it as it goes around with the opening parts as well. Bucket seats, kind of orange almost, right? Same details. I mean, just look at that from that angle too as it opens, and we'll look at this on the turntable. So this thing is just gorgeous with that. I think they all have the same color wheel. This car's so perfect. It's just so perfect. And then lastly, I'll just leave that black. We'll just move this over here, is black. Same with the red interior. So the interior really pops. It is a stunner as well. There you go. Fill in the gaps with these, do a little turntable shot, or do a little like panning shot of all these Ferraris together. We've got them on the turntable. I hope you can see what I'm talking about. I hope these continue, but if they don't, we have a beautiful, beautiful collection of different eras of Ferraris, different styles, from the 412 to the F40 to the Dino to, you know, like the 355, the F355. It's a fantastic collection. GTO, F40 are the signature models for me. I think people would probably agree, but there's just so many other cool, obscure Ferraris as well in this set. You guys tell me what you think. This was fun to do. It's fun to have them all out together. What a cool, fun video. I hope you enjoyed it and sticking around. Thanks, everybody. Bye.